I request Shri Manishji Nuwal, our Manthan patron, to welcome Dr. S Jaishankar ji with a murti of Prabhu Shri Ram and a shela which is handcrafted by the bunkers of Nagpur. Thank you, Manishya. We also have the pleasure to have with us Dr. Vijayji Chauthaiwale. Vijayji will be moderating the session. I invite Dr. Vijayji to please come on the stage. We also have Dr. Vijayji is in charge, Department of Foreign Affairs and member, National Executive of Bharatiya Janata Party. Born in Nagpur, he is a member of the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh and is co-editor of 3 books. Without any further delay, I hand over the proceedings to Vijayji to take this session ahead.
Namaskar. First of all, it's a matter of great pleasure for me to have Dr. Jaishankar here. It is a long awaiting wish for each one of us. And particularly for me, being born and brought up in Nagpur, so it is a matter of immense personal satisfaction and so gratitude to you. So, few days ago, when we were discussing about how to structure this program, he had a very innovative idea, as always he is. He said that, Vijay, why can't we make this program a conversation with Dr. Jaishankar, rather than me giving speech and then followed by a question-answer session. So I like that idea. I actually requested him that he should at least talk for 5-10 minutes to set the context. But he said, no, we just have a jump start to question-answer. So fortunately or unfortunately, organizers have made me moderator. So taking advantage of it, so a couple of questions I will start with, and then floor is open to everyone. Sir, you were telling me that this is your second visit to Nagpur, first being in 1978, when he came to meet his father-in-law, your wife's grandparents. Wife's grandparents, who couldn't attend their wedding, and because they were quite old, so they came here to meet them. So, and then in 2024. And in last many years, in your diplomatic career, you have met Modi ji in various positions. I guess your first meeting was in China, when you were ambassador there and he visited as a Gujarat chief minister. Then, of course, you were ambassador in US, when there was a first visit of Narendra Modi as a Prime Minister of India. And then, of course, as a Foreign Secretary and now Foreign Minister. So, this theme of this event is the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, India's role in the geopolitics. So what are the changes you are seeing in last 10 years, which has raised to a level, Bharat's stature, that Bharat really matters? That also is a title of your book, why you try to define in a very historical context that why Bharat matters. So would you like to elaborate on some of these aspects?
Thank you. Thank you. First of all, let me say it's really, I'm very happy to be back after a very long gap in Nagpur. I made that promise to you. I'm glad I have been able to keep it. What have been the changes? There are two ways of looking at it. What have been the changes in India in the last 10 years? And what have been the changes in the way the world is looking at us? And the two are related to each other. So, अगर मैं भारत की बात करूं तो अगर पिछले दशक में जो परिवर्तन जो आया है, क्या होता है कि हम जो हैं इसको हम रोज एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं। कहीं देखते हैं कि कुछ योजना है, कुछ सरकार के कार्यक्रम है, कुछ प्रधानमंत्री का ऐलान है। वी टेक इट बिट बाय बिट। वी ऑल्सो थिंक एवरी बिट इज नेचुरल। अब जो हो जाता है उसको हम स्वाभाविक मानते हैं। तो sometimes it is good to look at ourselves in the mirror and say, अच्छा इस दशक में हम कहाँ थे, अब कहाँ हैं। And I would say today the big change is that during this period, अब 10 साल छोड़िए, look at the last 5 years. We have been through the worst experience in all our lives. Nobody has seen anything worse in our experience than COVID. Okay, it is once in a century. The world has not seen anything worse than this. There are many countries who have not been able to come through it, who still haven't recovered. Many who could not vaccinate their people, some because वो vaccines थे ही नहीं, कहीं व्यवस्था नहीं थी, प्रक्रिया नहीं थी. So to come through COVID and to thereafter recover economic momentum. Today, if we are after COVID again the largest growing economy in the world, I think that itself is a very big change. But there are other changes, and in every aspect of our life. I mean, today we are able actually to feed our people and ensure that we are able to deal with hunger and malnutrition in a way in which we could not do 10 years ago. That every month, 80 crore people in this country get food grains from the government. That today our health coverage covers 1/3 of the population, 45 crores. That if you look today at the way the people have been given the support for doing things on their own to run their small businesses. Again, we are talking 45 crores of people. So look at the scale. People will say, हाँ, कभी कुछ होता था. Nobody denies it. But the scale and the impact at which we are doing things, that is a second change, which is the social and economic and societal change in India. The third is, I would say, in the physical. Any city you go through, and first thing when I came here, I saw वो metro भी. In fact, first question I asked him, वो metro बन गया है? He said, yes, it has been going on for some time. So, a country which had, I think, maybe 3 metro systems or 4 metro systems 10 years ago, today has almost 20. So, if you look at education, every day, please don't take this figure lightly, every day in this country for the last 10 years, 2 new colleges have opened. So, the pace, and most of all, if you look today how digitally we are connected. And in fact, that was the reason I wrote the book, but I will come to that later, because today for all Indians, the world is not something far away. कि आपको passport लेकर plane में चढ़कर कहीं और जाना है to understand what is the world. World has come to us. COVID was one sign of the world coming to us. Sometimes it can be good, sometimes it cannot be good. But the one part is how we have changed. The second is the world sees this change. The world sees today, okay, this is a place where actually we may have had, but we have 140 crore people. But for the world, how many of these people are relevant? How many are skilled? How many are educated? How many are employable? And it is this change which for the world today, if foreign investments are coming into the country in such large numbers, it is because they see the talent of this society. Many countries today see that our power, our weight, our influence. We were the 10th largest economy 10 years ago. We are the 5th largest economy. I think very few years we will be the 3rd largest economy. And no major issue in the world today is actually decided without some consultation or discussion.